welcome to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm so excited to have you here for today's rather sunny gardening video. I was hoping to beat the sun up this morning. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning and it's still already blaring in my face, but I hope the shadows aren't too bad. I thought maybe if I got the sun right on my face, you guys would be fine. So anyways, I'm gonna try to do this without squinting too bad. But today I just wanted to take you around the garden. I probably won't do a ton of talking through today's video. I might put some music too, but we're gonna be working on some self-explanatory things today in the garden. So we're gonna be planting a bunch of stuff, we're gonna be mulching and weeding, and the kids love to help with all of that. And then I'm gonna show you a garden tour. Now, for those of you that know me know that I love gardening. I have gardened for a number of years, but this is my first year doing it in raised beds. So that's exciting and new, and so far we're loving it, but I can take you through that process. I actually filmed a little bit when Josh was building the boxes and had him explain a little bit of what he's doing to be pretty easy to follow. I'm really excited to see what this looks like in full bloom. I'll probably do another kind of follow-up video in a couple months when things are actually like bright and blooming. But today I'm going to take you along with the process of building them, with some planting and weeding and mulching and all of that, and then I'm going to give you a little garden tour of what things are looking like right now. Again, I apologize, it's going to probably be kind of bad lighting, some of it just because we are having some really beautiful but very sunny days. So anyways, I'll give you a tour. It's not by any means the end of my vision, but I'll show you some of what my vision is for this place, what we're planning to do yet, and hopefully the next couple of days or at least weeks, and hopefully that can be helpful to some of you guys. So make sure to let me know as you're watching if you garden. Have you planted your garden yet? And also, what's your favorite thing to grow? I would so love to know. It's just so therapeutic for me to come out here to the garden. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I can almost see you clearly. Every day you're singing over me. Like water, my love runs free. Oh, there is nothing like your love. There is nothing and no there is nothing like your love. Holy One. There is something we need. It's a leap of faith, a step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you. How far can you see? How far do you think you can run, standing on your knees? It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. It can be a bit frightening, something you don't know. You need a little enlightening, it'll make you grow. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, it's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, if you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there.
right, and to show you a little bit where we are with our garden project, this right here is the entrance. So this will be the middle of the garden, and all this lavender, we did have a pretty full row here last year, and a lot of it unfortunately died. You can see this still has some dead stuff on. We had our agronomist come and give us some hints and tips, so we have replanted some down there, and then this will need to prune out. But the stuff that's still here is really wanting to bloom, but I'll have to keep working on making that a full hedge. But the plan for here is to put a metal arch and then have climbing roses over that. I'm thinking I'll maybe make a little brick walkway here, like between the arch. Anyways, going on here, all this is landscape fabric we put down. The boxes do not have landscape fabric under them, so the fabric goes just underneath the boxes, so the soil actually will go all the way down in. And the plan is, so you can see this line here, that's the irrigation, and Josh is still working on putting that in. So once that's done, we want to put, I think, river rock on here, which I'm so excited for. I think that'll make such a difference. But to the left here is all this kale, and a lot of stuff in the garden is actually stuff I've started from seeds. So this kale being one of them, and then we have some zucchini here, and then actually a bunch of stalk. So I did include a number of flowers in the garden here. And also, before I get started, you can see that here is a straight line. We wanted some symmetry in the garden, but then you can see over there, there's some varying sizes of boxes. So I wasn't sure what to do with all that, but I think it's going to turn out really pretty. The next box here has potatoes in that are doing really well, and this one Josh actually did put the irrigation in already, so that'll be so nice to have them be self-watering. And the box down on that end is also full of potatoes. And then next one over has some herbs here, and then red beets. Over here I haven't mulched yet, but we have a bunch of spinach, and then I left a little space to replant the spinach, and then lettuce and carrots, and then some head lettuce down there. And over here is a really fun part for the kids. So Kyra and Hudson each get their own little 4x4 garden box. This is Kyra's. She has some cabbage and carrots and lettuce and asters, and then she wanted a couple dahlias, so those are in there. And Hudson has some cabbage and carrots as well, and then he planted some corn and beans. So those are the kids' little boxes that they're super excited about. Over this way, I did mulch this. It does have fabric underneath it, but we weren't going to put rocks here, so I just put mulch here. And then down here is a row of raspberries that needs to be, what's the word, like trellised up yet. And then these used to be 2 rows of strawberries that have totally grown together, but this should be our first year of getting actual fruit from them. Last year we just got a couple strawberries. This year you can see they're loaded with green strawberries. So hopefully in a week or so we'll start eating some fresh. I'm so ready for that. Okay, coming in here, we have 2 more boxes here. So we have the 4x4 boxes here. This one has quinoa and then baby's breath. That stuff is just coming up. And then over here is asters as well. Oh dear, this one doesn't look too happy. I think it needs a little water. It's so dry here right now, but just today actually Josh put the irrigation in this one as well, so I think they're gonna perk up pretty fast. And then let me just show you over here, we just edged with this brick that we had on hand for, I don't know, over a year. And then over here I have my row of dahlias that we picked from seed. Okay, this hose is really bothering me. I have no idea what these will look like because only tubers reproduce the exact clone of the parent plant's seeds can be all over the place. So this is kind of a fun patch, but this is supposed to then be kind of the backdrop of the garden once they're big. And then here we have a bunch of green beans that, again, I have not mulched yet because some of them are still just coming up. So I first need to let them rise and shine. And then over here is another box of green beans. We have another box of potatoes, which this is also our first year not mounding potatoes. Usually when we just plant everything in the ground, we would mound our potatoes. These, we did the landscape fabric, so hopefully that works. That's what our Amish neighbors do, so it should, right? Next to them is a whole bunch of peppers. And then on the end over there is some gumfrina. And then let me take you to the side. Over here, these are cucumbers. And there's also cucumbers on this side. So the plan is that down there is the entrance of the garden where I told you we wanted the arch with the roses. So here, Josh wants to build another trellis kind of arch where the cucumbers are supposed to climb over. And then we have a bunch of tomatoes in this one that do need to be staked. Hopefully we can get to that soon. In this box I have some more, what are these? Stock. And then some different kinds, I think it's 2 different kinds of melons, like cantaloupe type of melons. And then the box to, I guess, the right of the entry here, get my shadow out of the way, has a whole bunch of watermelons. So I've been craving watermelons. We have, I think, 13 plants here. So hopefully that will suffice. And then this one is full of onions that are really popping up. One thing I love about the raised beds is how close you can plant everything. Because usually you'd plant your onions, you know, maybe this far apart, but now instead of just going 4 inches this way, you can also go 4 inches square. And so you can just fit a lot more stuff in a little bit of space. You just want to make sure that your boxes are not wider than you can reach from either side, because that would soon be a pain. I think ours are 4 feet wide, and then we have a lot of this bigger size, and those are 11 feet long. So they're pretty good sized boxes. Okay, and then over here is just some empty space, and this is where we want to put our sweet corn in. So we did not make boxes for those, but yeah, that's the plan there. So that is where we're at right now with the garden. All right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know in the comments below if you've planted your garden already or not. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, guys.